Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Case's movie review. It's 8 o'clock on Friday, and it involves an anniversary. We'll get to that in a second. But Jimmy checked in from Midlothian and said he was the one that recommended Dances with Wolves a year ago. He's ecstatic. He's got multiple people in Midlothian sitting back, listening, getting ready for your review, Case, of Dances with Wolves. So let's get into it.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English in what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies! Fry! Fry!
Playing football in West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Well, a lot of pressure for the Midlothians out there. Dances with Wolves released November 9th, 1990, the 35th anniversary today, or this weekend. Budget was $22 million, which I find low. I remember when this was made in documentaries about it, how the struggle Kevin Costner went to make this movie. It was his vision, his dream. But box office, $424 million.
Damn.
And that's monstrous for a 90s movie. I can't believe that. So he made his money back. He owned the whole thing. So good for him. The film holds an approval rating of 87% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 131 reviews with an average rating of 8 out of 10. Dances with Wolves won Best Picture at the 91 Academy Awards, beating out Goodfellas, Ghost, and even others, some classics. So that was a hell of a year. Good Lord. And just a reminder, next week, in honor of all the recent string of heists, from Jules to high tops.
To chairs
at restaurants, Case is going to do The Usual Suspects.
30th anniversary of that, too. We just passed that, so 1995, The Usual Suspects next week.
What a movie that is, but let's stay with Dances with Wolves.
You have a few weeks left before I make you watch a bunch of Christmas movies, so gear up, Case.
Not a ton of Christmas movies in the schedule this year, let me tell you.
They're coming at you fast.
A few, but not a ton.
Couple.
All right, Case, you watched one of the longest movies you've watched, and you've made it very clear you don't like long movies. This is a cinematic masterpiece from Kevin Costner, but what's your take on Dances with Wolves?
Well, let's start with the trailer like we always do.
Oh, my goodness. Here it is, the trailer. Here's how they advertised that movie back in 1990.
In a wild and unknown land, she taught him the language of a noble people. With courage and passion, their love grows stronger.
My place is with you.
But with the threat of a hostile world, it may never survive.
I'll catch up.
Kevin Costner, Dances with Wolves, rated PG-13. Now playing in select cities. Opens November 21st everywhere.
Wow, the trailer didn't really put much of the movie in it. Interesting. I just I'll catch up. That seems a weird line to put in the trailer of the 3-hour movie.
My home is with you. It's a beautiful line.
It is a beautiful. That's a beautiful line, but it seems like it's buried in just the music. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was a well mixed.
Okay, well the trailer, the movie made $400 million, so maybe the trailer was okay.
It did make people want to go see it.
I guess it worked. I
They
guess
didn't spend
I'm
a bunch
wrong.
of money on social media advertising back then, so it worked.
I guess I'm the bad guy for ripping the trailer.
I was just weird.
I like to judge these trailers. Okay, Case, now from a 26-year-old's perspective, obviously not born when this movie came out, what did you think of Dances with Wolves?
I always say when this show veers into historical topics, when we go back in time,
oh boy,
that it's amazing that any of us are alive. Just the statistical improbability of the human race living as long as it has is utterly incredible to me. And on my lowest days, I try to just remember how incredible it is that I'm here. To think that the jumping off point of this movie is that Kevin Costner is so badly wounded fighting in the Civil War that they're going to chop his leg off. And he goes, no, don't chop my leg off. I'm just going to ride my horse unarmed into battle directly into enemy lines, and they'll just kill me and my life will be over. And then he does that. And he fools the South by doing that. It's like a trick play in baseball. I didn't know what was coming.
Yeah.
He does that. It ends up giving his troops the advantage because then they can ambush the South because nobody expects the unarmed horse guy to run through the battlefield to a point that he's essentially granted a work sabbatical. And they go, Kevin, you can go anywhere you want. You saved our troops. You did a good job for the North. You can do whatever you want to do. We're going to give you a sabbatical. And he goes, I'd like to go to the middle of nowhere, please. I'd like to ride my horse into the middle of nowhere and hang out with a bunch of people that don't speak my language. And it works out for him.
Yeah.
The fact that anyone in this movie made it out alive, the fact that humanity survived the 1800s is utterly incredible to me. I can't believe it.
You really?
What was the year this movie was supposed to be set in?
1860s because of the Civil War.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knew that.
Yeah, that's a Civil War.
Obviously.
No, it was World War
But for
II.
everybody else listening.
Yeah. But and you set that up so perfectly, Case. You really did, because I almost forgot that is in itself could be a whole movie right there, just that opening scene.
Yeah.
And do you often put yourself in a scene in a movie, like if you pictured yourself on that horse, like he did, going? Do you picture yourself like just falling off and the first guy comes up and then stabs you with a sword and it's over?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of times whenever I watch a movie that has anything to do with war, I go, okay, so I would have been dead now or now or now. I don't see myself making it deep into a battle at any point.
And then the fact that he does want to go in the middle of nowhere, which, pretty dangerous those days.
Dude, go to Cabo. You survived the Civil War. Why are you going to the middle of nowhere? I don't understand it.
Is that a foam party?
Yeah.
We'll have to examine later if their foam parties in Cabo existed in the 1860s. Somehow it's his to go there.
Go see a DJ set somewhere. Why are you going to the Dakotas? Oh, my God.
Got to be a hardcore show somewhere.
He's got to be something. He went where there's nothing.
The words all-inclusive mean nothing to you.
So, Kevin Costner gets his wish. There's a point where his general, his leader, who's, I guess, mentally ill, he's like, you can go wherever you want. Kevin Costner's like, I'm going to go to the middle of nowhere. And then he gets on his horse, and I don't say this to be funny, but then the general shoots himself.
Very weird arc in that movie.
I got to be honest, it's a scene we didn't need.
You needed it because they had to set up why he wasn't caught as missing anywhere.
Okay,
so
fair.
no one knew he was gone.
That's fair.
And then when they show up later in the movie with all the troops, they're like, "Oh, you were this guy that maybe did that," and they figure it out. So
I never say this, but excellent point, Brian. You're right.
Oh, well, say it more often because I'm right a lot.
You're so humble too. So he's on horseback. He meets some mean Native Americans. They stab his weird, homeless friend that he's with. So he's dead.
He was his guide out there, but he was like a weird homeless friend.
He was like a weird homeless guy.
Oh man!
And Kevin Costner keeps going because he gets out of that, and then he sees this white woman hurt, and he's like, "All right, I'm fine. I'm about to have some more company on this trip." He nurses this white woman back to health. Turns out
it's really funny how he skipped a whole bunch of stuff. He finds his hurt white woman on the plane.
What did I skip? The homeless guy got stabbed.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
He finds a white woman.
Where was the white woman supposed to be? I haven't seen the movie. Where was the white woman supposed to be?
Well, so what happened is her husband died, so she was in mourning, and she was injuring herself near like a creek, and Kevin Costner came in and helped nurse her back to health.
But I want to make clear to Kenzie, because she hasn't seen it, she's a white woman, but she is dressed like a Native American. She's adopted by the Native Americans because they killed her whole family.
And for the first
Kenzie's eyes are just like, what the? Kenzie, this is
Wait, they murdered her whole family and then adopted her?
Well,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, the mean Indians he's talking about murdered his whole family, scalped
Native
everybody.
Americans?
Yeah, and it was, I mean,
we're going to go back and forth on that one.
And Kenzie, it was bad. The mean Indians were really, really
Native
bad.
Americans?
Mean Native Americans. I don't think these guys would care what you call them. They were bad. But then the really nice Native Americans adopted her and raised her as an Indian.
Okay, so not the same people, Native American, not the same people that stabbed her whole family.
Right.
Bingo.
Okay.
But they're capable of stabbing. They just didn't stab her family.
And then later they get guns, and they're like, why are we stabbing? We have guns now.
They're like, these guns are awesome.
You guys need to protect your right to bear arms. These things kick ass.
Yeah, whatever you do, make sure you can have guns all the time.
So I didn't know anything about this movie. So when the white lady shows up dressed in Native American garb, my antenna went up, and woke case came out, and I said, I'm going to have a real problem if I'm about to watch a 3-hour movie with a white lady playing a Native American. Then they explain her backstory. I understand the whole thing after that. It makes sense. I'm going to let it slide. It's actually quite a beautiful story.
She wasn't cosplaying Native American.
She wasn't doing a Pocahontas Halloween costume. She wasn't like, this is Lewis Clark and I'm Sacagawea. Now give me candy. And there ends up being a really beautiful scene as Kevin Costner integrates himself into the Native American tribe. The lady is the one that can speak a little bit of English because she was raised speaking English, but she also speaks the native language, the Lakota language. And there's this great scene where she's translating between Kevin Costner and one of the people in the Native American tribe.
What is your names?
Our names?
What is his name?
Chachapiki Slaveachi.
Do. Chaklo, Owagalu Sichak.
He kick.
More kick? More kicking?
Kicking.
More kick?
Kicking. Bird. Kicking bird.
Kicking bird.
Zintka Nagwaka.
What is he? Is he chief?
No.
Takiyahu. Takiyahu.
Yanka. A holy man. Holy man.
So if you haven't seen the movie,
that was a bit confusing. I don't know if anybody was translating. You're using that term loosely.
If you haven't seen the movie, I bet that was confusing. In the context of the movie, it's a really beautiful scene about the power of words and language.
See, Kenzie, she's trying to remember actually English, and then she knows her native, what she's learned as a kid.
0 stars in the Yelp review for that translator, and not good service.
No, they got there eventually, and then her English gets better throughout the movie. Kevin Costner ends up learning the native language. It's really beautiful.
It's also powerful because they're getting ready to go to war and kill the mean Indians, mean Native Americans, and
Native Americans.
And all he said was, "Wait, what are your names? I want to figure out your names first before we go to you're going to kill people. Might not come back. I might not see you again. You know what I mean?"
Very fair question.
Very powerful. Very powerful. It's nice little names. People are
I think I'd struggle with that when she's like, what'd you call me, bitch? I'd be like, what is your problem?
And that is why you wouldn't have made it out of the 1800s.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's such an incredible movie, and that's the problem. We can't get through this review in a normal segment because it's 3 hours.
It's a 3-hour movie.
There's so much. You're halfway through, I think, at this point.
There are some romantic scenes in this movie that we have to break down, so we'll do that when we get back.
Yeah, just about 6 minutes away. Remember that Mark McGrath is going to call us up, too, and we're going to give away a guitar. Autographed guitar. That's about the next half hour, but stay put. The conclusion of Case's movie review of Dances with Wolves in 6 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, coming up here in about 5 minutes, we have Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, from Extra. You've seen him in Sharknado. And we're going to give away a Gibson guitar autographed by him. So this is pretty special coming up here in just about 5 minutes. But first, let's finish up Case's movie review of Dances with Wolves. A text came in from our Michigan friends. Said, this summer on family vacation, I forced my daughters to stop at the Dances with Wolves set in South Dakota. They've never seen the movie. And I told them, if Case likes the movie in this review, we're watching it tonight. They just told him, so far it still sounds boring. LOL.
It does. And somebody texted in, I still don't know what the movie's about. Same girl. We're in the same boat. I don't really get it. So he was just like, he almost got killed and then took a vacation to the middle of the nowhere and then met a bunch of Native Americans.
And a hurt white woman.
And a hurt white woman who I thought was playing a Native American. Turns out she's playing a white woman, so it's okay. And it's all about him learning how to integrate into their society, him protecting the Native Americans protecting him. There's romance at play between Kevin Costner and the white woman because there's a scene when they are really passionately making love, and let's just say I didn't hate it. They're making love passionately, and then she shoots her head up, which is never, it's always terrible. It's like, oh God, what did I do? What did I step on you by accident? What's going on here? And she goes, I sense trouble. And could you imagine being on a date and trying to get some, and then you have to worry about a buffalo stampede going through your neighborhood with the tribe?
Yeah, it's certainly a C blocker.
Dating must have been so hard back then.
Well, there were so many.
I sense trouble. That's a new one to get out of it.
I mean, there were so
I'm
many.
gonna use that tonight.
So many herds of buffalo back then too. You know,
sense trouble.
There's all the buffalo. There's the opposing tribes. There's the U.S. Army who's coming after Kevin Costner, and my guy's just trying to get a little something.
Yeah, Mary McConnell was a dime back then too.
She looks awesome in this movie.
She was hot.
So, I have to say,
she's the white woman, by the way.
I have not seen the movie. So my mom was once out shopping, And this guy comes up to her at the store, and he was Native American, and he goes, I love you in Dances with Wolves. And she goes, what? And he goes, I loved you in that movie. It's my favorite movie. She goes, I'm not in Dances with Wolves. And he goes, I'm not going to tell anybody.
Nice. I love that move.
Like as if she's going to get swarmed. She goes, I'm really not in the movie. And he winks at her and says, okay. And he walked away. And that's my one thing is that somebody out there had their life made. And I'm assuming it's the lead woman. I have no idea who he thought she was, but I'm assuming.
It is. Your mom does, a young Mary McConnell in that movie, your mom does resemble her a little bit.
I can see it, too.
Yep, I can see that. I didn't think of that. That's great.
So it's so funny because she walked out of the store and she goes, you won't believe what just happened to me. I was at the mall with her. I'm like, what? It was just so funny. I'm not going to tell anybody.
Your mom should have went.
It just made his life. That's who he thought he was around.
Your mom should have went, kicking bird, kicking bird.
And if you haven't seen the movie, that's not offensive what Brian did. That was okay to do.
No, it's fine. I'm safe here.
So, in summary, because I feel like I've done an excellent job of explaining this movie, Kevin Costner.
Not to that guy's kids. I think it's boring. Plus, I'll say this before you can do the conclusion.
Okay.
There's a ton of action and war scenes. It is and then there's downtime, but
there's downtime.
It's an insane. What Kevin Costner went through to make this movie was nuts.
I don't know how they filmed the battle scenes and the buffalo stampedes, because the thing is, in the same way you can't reason with a monkey, you can't direct a buffalo. You just gotta hope they're running when you're filming, and if they don't, you're gonna waste an entire day's worth of film.
Yeah, there's no AI back then.
I don't know how they did that. Blew my mind.
Why is it called Dances with Wolves?
There's a wolf? There's a wolf that comes into play. Trust me, when the wolf comes into play, they explain exactly why the movie's called Dances with Wolves.
And if he gets into that, we're never going to get to Mark McGrath in a few minutes.
And I would like to talk to him. Very funny guy. I'm excited for this interview. But in short, 15 minutes later, it's a movie that I think has a really rich story. I think the cinematography in this movie is beautiful. I love the fact that the Native Americans in this movie aren't portrayed as cartoon characters, that they're speaking their native language, that it's not a disrespectful representation of these tribes. Now, could you make an argument there's a white savior aspect of Kevin Costner's character? Sure, but I'm not going to get too hung up on that because I do really like this movie. It would have been an incredible 2-hour movie. It's a very good 3-hour movie. There's a few scenes where I'm going, boy, they could have chopped this one up just a little bit more, just get this runtime down a little bit. But if you've never seen Dances with Wolves, I have to give it a very favorable recommendation. I wasn't sure I was going to like this movie coming into it. It turns out I really, really enjoyed this movie.
Good. What's your rating? What's it out of, by the way?
Well, it's got to be out of Tatanka's, right?
Tatanka.
Yes.
Tatanka.
Kenzie, that's a whole other part of this movie I couldn't even get into, the whole Tatanka thing. But
that sounds like something you yell at a woman when you like her. Tatanka. Like auga. Wait, Brian.
Sure, yeah.
That's all I'm hearing.
All right, Tatanka's case. How many out of Tatanka?
That's one of the funniest things Kenzie's ever said.
Auga.
7.5 Tatankas out of 10 for Dancing with Wolves.
If it was 2 hours, would it have been up over 8?
Oh my God, yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's
but
fair.
But still, it's okay for a 3-hour movie. I know everybody was concerned about the length of this movie. I did have to chop it up into 2 nights, 90 minutes one night, 90 minutes another night, but that was more of a scheduling thing than anything.
Yeah.
But a strong recommendation. If you've never seen this movie, it's on HBO right now. I highly recommend it.
There you go. Case's movie review. If it came in near the end, go to the podcast, listen to the whole thing. We have Mark McGrath of Sugar Ray. We're going to give away an autographed guitar. All after Almost Monday. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.